Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises, all honor, all glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. I'd like to give double honors unto the apostles, the elders, and the CT bishops of Great Millstone who rule well, taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to the Akim, preaching this word with truth and sincerity around the four corners. Like Elder Malcolm would be saying, risking their lives and freedom to do so, now more so than ever. Because the times are definitely serious and perilous, dangerous. Shalom to the Israelite foreigners. Peace and salutations to the Israelite foreigners. The Israelites that live amongst the heathen that look like some of those heathen. This is not a black only thing. This is an Israelite thing, like Elder Malcolm would be saying. So shalom to the speckled bird, you know. Like the scriptures say, we were scattered to all nations. We were scattered to different lands and all nations. So we're going to come looking like those other nations. So shalom to the speckled bird. And peace and salutations to the Akim and the few Aqua that listen and learn in silence. Shalom to the true believers, the true worshipers of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. Those are the hopeful elect. Just coming back in the spirit and theme of prophecy. Before I wanted to get one in, I was watching videos all day. Before I get one in, before I head to camp, wanted to get one in. And I got an article that I found that I got from my brother, my biological brother. he you know, he believes in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai as well. So the water Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for that. And it's dealing with San Francisco. You know, that godforsaken place. And I believe there were like 33 earthquakes in an hour and a half. So, you know, just blowing the trumpet. If you live in San Francisco, you're planning to go, just know that it's being judged. Just like, and the fate of San Francisco is going to be the fate of all of America. It's going to be put on fire, you know? So, it's like, hold on. So, I'm going to read some of the article, hit a couple of precepts, and Lord's willing, this will be edifying. Alright, this is from BGR. It says a swarm of 33 earthquakes in 90 minutes. It says San Francisco in trouble. And the answer is yes. You know, I listened to the elders, like Elder Malcolm. He said he used to live in California, and San Francisco used to be a beautiful place. Now there's homeless encampments everywhere, human feces on the floor. You know, not to mention that there's a bunch of Bati boys running around, and you know, and the brothers that live out there have to endure that BS. Salakia. They have to endure that BS. Damn commercial. Let me read a little bit of this and then hit a couple of precepts. It says, and this won't be a long lesson. I'm going to try to flow for like 10 minutes. I got to get ready for camp. We got to leave soon. It says, for residents of the San Francisco Bay Area, 2026 got off to a shaky start in the most literal sense imaginable. On the morning of February 2nd, between 6:27 and 8 o'clock local time, a series of no fewer than 33 earthquakes rocked the San Ramon Valley, 28 miles east of San Francisco. The United States Geological Survey, USGS, recorded the strength of the tremors as ranging from magnitude 1.3 up to magnitude 4.2, strong enough to knock items off the shelves at several local businesses. Powerful earthquakes. Fortunately, nobody was hurt, and seismologists were quick to remind the public that such events aren't indicators of even bigger earthquakes brewing. However, for a region notorious for seismic activity, such a large number of earthquakes occurring in such a short time span was alarming to say the least. Yeah, because the Heavenly Father's not dealing with San Francisco. Salakia. The Heavenly Father's not dealing with San Francisco. Matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. First precept that I gotta get is definitely Isaiah 29:6. It says, and it reads, "Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." You see, so the Heavenly Father is definitely visiting the world in which He made. And the earthquakes it wasn't by coincidence. Nothing happens by coincidence. Everything is strategically planned by the Heavenly Father. You know? Dealing with, especially when you're dealing with prophecy. There's a book of Amos, chapter 9, verse 8, and it reads, "Behold, the eyes of the Lord power are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith the Lord." You see the Lord written in all caps. I'll let you know it's talking about the Heavenly Father, the God of Israel, and His name is Yahweh. So Yahweh is saying His eyes are upon the sinful kingdom. He's going to destroy it off of the face of the earth. That sinful kingdom is talking about America. You know, in his precept is talking about Israel, talking about the nation of Israel, but you know the scriptures are manyfold. So it could, you know, we take it as it's talking about America. Let me read this last paragraph and then get the scripture from the Apocrypha and then I'll close. It says, Salakia, damn pop-ups. It says commercials in the articles. You can't make this stuff up. That's why we need Yahweh Shai to return ASAP. It says San Francisco has a reputation as one of the most earthquake-prone cities in the world, a reputation it largely gained from the two catastrophic events. On April 18, 1906, an earthquake and consequent fire destroyed roughly 500 blocks of the city and left an estimated 3,000 people dead. The quake remains one of the most infamous natural disasters in American history. 83 years later, the Bay Area fell victim to the Loma Prieta earthquake, which killed 63 people and caused a portion of the Bay Bridge between San Francisco and Oakland to collapse. The region has been haunted by the specter of these losses, but this month's quakes need to be considered in their own right. Yeah, because you gotta understand the Lord is bringing judgment. Salakia. This is judgment from the Heavenly Father. This is Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 5, and it reads, "The just Lord Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame." Yeah, every morning the Heavenly Father brings his judgment to light. Every morning you turn on the news, there's something new that has happened in the earth. And it's judgment from the Heavenly Father, but these wicked people don't understand that. They don't understand that by them living their wicked lives and having wicked thoughts and not repenting and turning back to the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, that they're going to get judged in the way that they get judged. They don't understand that. And then it's not like they have an excuse. You know, the prophets have been out for how many years now? Prophesying the downfall of this wicked, temporal, evil world. You know? And it's not like they don't know that their deeds are evil. They just want to live unrighteously. Let me get this last precept. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 8, verse 50, and it reads, "For many great miseries shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride." Yeah, and who's more prouder than the American? You know? Their country has been in power for all this time, especially in Edomite. Their country, their nation has been in rulership for all this time. You know, nobody's more prouder than them. They look down on all the other nations and all the other countries. And now they're starting to see their power waning from them. And they complain about it. When it was never meant for them to rule forever, only a period of time. Skipping down to verse 63, it says, "Behold, O Lord, now hast thou showed me the multitude of thy wonders, which thou wilt begin to do in the last times. But at what time thou hast not showed me?" 2nd Ezra 9:1, starting at the top, it says, "He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made." Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and we see that now, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Like it tells you in Isaiah the 46th chapter, declaring the end from the beginning. The Lord's counsel shall stand. Roughly paraphrasing. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. And the end is, and manifest means to be made clear. It's clear that we're at the end of Esau's age. We're at the end of Esau's world. Verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have a plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs. Yeah, and these are just one of the signs that the world is ending. These earthquakes, 33 earthquakes in 90 minutes. Is San Francisco in trouble? The whole of it, the answer is yes. San Francisco is in trouble because the Most High is judging that place. And America is soon to follow. You know? So, just blowing the trumpet. Lord's will, use edified. Till next time, I'm going to say shalom to the elect.